I know we've had the debate before. If somebody gives you a wedding ring from a previous relationship, like a grandmother or something like that, but the relationship wasn't great or the relationship ended up in divorce, is it bad luck to go ahead and wear that wedding ring, right? We've talked about that, or maybe even a passed down wedding dress. Is it bad luck?
Well, I feel like that's the one scenario where everyone kind of agrees. Everyone has like the same superstitions. I feel like most people kind of roll their eyes when it comes to things like that. Like if you think something has bad juju or you feel like you need to sage something, everyone thinks you're just being over dramatic. But I do kind of feel like when it comes to weddings, everyone's kind of like, oh, that might be a little bit of bad luck. So I'm 28, so I'm in that phase of life where everyone's getting married, everyone's getting engaged except for me. And one of my really close friends got engaged a couple of months ago, and she is looking for her wedding venue. And this has been something we've been thinking about and talking about for years. This is the thing that like girls talk about. Like you think about your wedding day and you plan it and you make the Pinterest boards and you make the pros and cons list of everywhere you want to go. And she's been touring a couple of places in our hometown. And I've loved being a part of it because she'll send me photos or she'll send me links and I'll do like the virtual tour on the website. And I feel like I'm there with her and I'm walking her through, this really exciting process. And also, selfishly like trying to pick out the place that I think would be the prettiest and the place that I think I'll get the best pictures at.
You're like, no, you don't want to get married here. This place is but in your head, you're like, this is where I'm getting married.
I'm like, you can't do that. Like, I'm not even dating somebody, but I want to get married there. So there was one place in particular that I was very opposed to. And I want you to call me out if I'm being a little bit too crazy about it. So she sends me this link and she goes, Abby, like, I think this is the one. Like, we really fell in love with it. She sent me a photo of like the river in the background and the sun is setting and there's twinkling lights. And she's like, I just really feel like this is the place where I'm going to get married. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so exciting. And I'm kind of looking at it. I'm like, why does this place look a little familiar? And I'm looking at it and I'm pulling up the website and I'm checking out the gallery. And I go, you can't get married here. And she goes, why not? Like, this is perfect. Like, look at the sunset, look at the twinkling lights. Like, we're crying. Like, the champagne, we already cleaned it. Like, the families are embracing. I said, do you not remember who got married here 2 years ago and is already divorced? And she goes, oh, no. And I go, yeah, we had a friend who got married here very recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, and they got divorced like a year into their marriage. Like, it ended very, very quickly. Nobody saw it coming, but we were like, oh, like that's getting divorced in your 20s, like kind of chic, but also kind of puts a little bit of a brand on this venue. Like if you're getting divorced that quickly into your marriage. And so I said, I'm like, I feel like everyone's going to look at those photos that you take on your wedding day. And because they all know we're friends with this person, they're going to see, oh, she got married at that venue and that their mutual friends got divorced already. It just feels like there's going to be some bad juju attached to it.
If you were to eliminate every church and every wedding venue that housed a couple that ended up getting divorced, you'd be stuck with 2 churches in this country to be able to get married in.
But this isn't any couple. This is actually friends of theirs. So there's a connection there. However, if it's beautiful and it's like picturesque, I'm still getting married there.
It's beautiful, but it also just looks like every other venue in our hometown. I'm like, just pick the one down the street. Like, it's got the same river. The water's the same everywhere. Every ballroom can look the same when you put the curtains up or the flowers up or whatever. And I obviously, like, 9 times out of 10, like anytime somebody gets married at any venue, like someone's gotten divorced there. There's something tragic that happened in that relationship. I'm not saying that there's necessarily like some bad energy happening there, but it just seems so weird to me to choose a place where we know someone who got married there and the relationship didn't end well. Like, I feel like I'm going to be thinking about them and other people that we're friends with are going to be thinking about them who were at that wedding.
So if they're friends, are they getting invited to the wedding? Because if so, then she's going to get invited back to the place where she got married.
No, that's the bad juju.
Yeah. That's a good point.
She's on the C list. That's how I'll put this friend. Like, we were really close like 5 years ago. And so, of course, like you still follow them on Instagram. None of us were at that wedding. Okay. But we've seen the photos. But still.
Come on, Abby.
It was like a $300,000 wedding. So, of course, like we've talked about it in the group chat. Like, this is a wedding that we followed. I was like, how did you not? I'm like, did you pick out this venue because we both loved it when we saw the photos when they came out?
Did you say $300,000 wedding?
Yeah, they're like rich.
And they only made it a year?
Yeah.
That's where the
Actually,
bad juju
Can I
started.
be honest? I actually think it was more than 300,000. Like, I think
okay.
300,000 was the original budget. Like, when we were talking about it, when she was like getting married and talking about it like at brunch and stuff, she was like, yeah, this is the budget. And I was like, oh my God, that's like some people's house.
Is your friend's last name Bezos?
No, no.
So did they pay for it? Or obviously, because we're talking about, people in their 20s. I was about to
Yes.
say kids in their 20s.
It was the parents that paid. This is a kind of family. They're so funny when I think about them. I'm like, do they run the Mafia? Because I went over to their house once for a game day, and I remember thinking like, I feel like these are the type of people that have killed people for money. Like, just like they have like a very like soprano aura about them, like very fun, very lively people.
Work in waste management.
That's not a family I'm going to get divorced out of.
And now you're talking crap about them on the air.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Oh my God, they're gonna come after me.
Email
would be
your
it.
resume to hiring@thebertshow.com. We're going to have an opening soon.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate icebreaker with the family. Hey, are you guys Mafia when you're in their house?
Yeah, no, I don't want to ask them that.
Yeah, they usually tell you.
But put yourself, so as a parent, right? And like maybe you warned her before, and I don't know if there were any red flags, any signs before her walking down the aisle. But say you're the father of the bride, and you shelled at minimum, because that was the budget, they probably exceeded at $300,000, and your marriage doesn't even, your marriage doesn't make it a year. We don't know the circumstances. We're going to keep it vague, but it ends, right? As the parent, on a scale of 1 to 10. How livid are you? And do you require your child to compensate you and pay you back in some capacity? Because that is $300,000 wasted.
They out the family.
Wasted.
You're out the family.
Literally, are you out the earth?
Yeah, nah. Are you guys suspicious suspicious?
Superstitious?
About anything else in your life? As general rule?
I don't walk under ladders.
Okay.
And I don't split poles.
You don't what?
I won't split a pole.
Oh, yeah.
I do, but I have to do the saying. Like before you split, like as you're splitting the pole, you say bread and butter. And when you get back together, you say toast and jam.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Really?
Because she did that to me in the hallway, and I was like, "Are you hungry?" Because there's that split in the hallway on the way to the break room where like you can walk through the copy room, or you can go on the other side. And she goes toast and jam. I'm like, cheerio.
I will literally walk back around the pole. So
And
so
what's
we
the
can get
superstition behind that one? That if you guys split, then you're going to split in real life or something?
Honestly, I don't even know. It's just something that I've always been taught. Like within my family and friend group, it's always like you got to come back. You can't split the pole. I don't know what happens if you do, but yeah, it's just kind of stuck with me all these years.
I think there are only two places that I'm really superstitious. One, I'll never sit in a wheelchair. All right. A, I think it's disrespectful, but B, that's superstition. And the second one is anything that has to do with my team in sports. I feel like I have something to do with it. Like if I'm sitting in the wrong seat and they're losing, I'll never sit in that seat again to watch my team. Anything when it comes to sports.
Yeah, Bart and I have gone to separate rooms to watch Kentucky basketball.
Yeah.
Like if we were in the same room and they started doing bad, we would separate and I would go upstairs and he'd stay downstairs. Now, the superstition surrounding splitting a pole involves the belief that walking on opposite sides of a pole, like a lamppost, telephone pole, will bring bad luck. It just says bring bad luck. But to counteract this, people often say bread and butter as a charm or blessing to avert the perceived bad luck.
I never knew that.
Interesting.
So yeah, my dad did it. So when anytime we were walking to where Dad did it, but I think Pops may have added the toast and jam when we got back together.
The Bert Show.